First and foremost, just look at this ballin' hat right here. My buddy sent it to me after 10,000 subs. Thank you very much, everybody. I just had to start off with that. Isn't that fresh? Isn't that clean? Whew. Looking good, looking good. But let's get this bad boy started. The New England Patriots just got a triple dose of great, good, fantastic, whatever you want to use, news. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do, hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and hit the like button, especially if you like this nice, as the kids would say, dope hat, which what's as funny is that's not what that word meant when I was in high school, but that's beside the point. High schoolers are weird. Let's jump into it. Today, what we're going to be talking about first and foremost on the front end, we got to be talking about rookies. And I think this stat I'm going to throw at you is going to maybe surprise some, but not surprise others. We'll jump into that in a second. And then what we're going to do middle of the episode, we're going to be glazing up another high school word. Write these words down. I'm telling you, I'll help you with high schoolers. We're going to glaze up, hype up Drake Maye. So we're almost going to make this episode a Drake Maye sandwich. So we're going to be talking about him a ton, a lot of great things that, again, incredibly eye-opening. And you're going to be picking your jaw up off the ground, quite frankly. Last but not least, the cherry on top, at the end of the episode, we are going to be jumping in to some moves the Patriots made, specifically signings that we have yet to talk about, but the importance of those and why they were smart. So let's dive right in, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, the graphic right here you see is showing rookie snaps per team. So you look at it, offensive, defensive snaps, season 2025, weeks 1 through 8. So again, you look at this. So the Browns right now, 20% of their snaps are rookies, or taking 20% of the snaps that are taken by rookies. 17.7 for the Jets, and then there's the Patriots at third. Now you're probably wondering, Aaron, why the heck does this why is this any good news for the Patriots? Well, let me say this. Again, especially coming off a draft in 2024 that was bad, really bad. And then we jump into 2025, and we have had a lot of difference makers. Now, a lot of time, there's a correlation. Look at the top of this list for the most part. When you have more rookies playing, a lot of people would say, they're probably not going to be as good. Browns, not good. Jets, not good. San Francisco, holding in there at 5-3. Titans, not good. Ravens, I don't know what's going on with them. Saints, not good. Bengals, not good. Panthers, not good. Bucks, they're hanging in there. Dolphins, not good. We go down the list, but specifically at the top, those top three, and you see the Patriots, it just reiterates how well they did drafting in 2025. Again, Will Campbell, starter. Travion Henderson taking significant snaps as well. You look at Jared Wilson, starting left guard. Big. Took over that job. A lot of people thought, again, let's not forget, a lot of people thought Cole Strange, that's going to be Cole Strange's job. That's going to be Cole Strange's job. No, it wasn't. Jared Wilson coming in. Craig Woodson, same thing. Took jobs from some big time people. Boom, starter. Joshua Farmer getting significant time rotating at defensive tackle. You look at Borgalis, obviously the kicker. He had some issues at the beginning, but now we don't even talk about him because the man just makes kicks and PATs. You look at Ashby as well. Obviously, long snapper. You got to be Julian. You just snap the ball, no issues, don't make mistakes. Simple as that. But we look at that, and there's a lot of big-time contributors for this team that are rookies that are doing a solid job. They're doing their job. Unlike the Jets, unlike the Browns, who are going downhill fast. So this is one good piece of news that, again, there's a 2025 draft class. They did something right. And now I will say, obviously, 2024, they did something right. Drake Maye was, as we're going to talk about in a minute, godsend. Unreal. And again, probably one of the only reasons Elliott Wolf has his job still. One of the only reasons they're like, all right, You got us. Well, Drake Maye, that was a good one. That was a good one. So anyways, rookies for the Patriots doing well. Love to see it. Other teams, for the most part, you look at this list struggling, but the Patriots can win with a young team. That isn't only good right now, but that is good for years to come. So again, high up there in snaps, but doing well. What do you think? Comment below. Would love to hear from you. And my question is for this. As of right now, maybe an obscure rookie that's not talked about a lot. Who is your favorite rookie at this moment? Comment below. Now, as I said, this is going to be a Drake Maye sandwich. And we're going to dive into just this. It's not going to be a little segment. It's probably going to be pretty long. And you're going to say, Aaron, you're really brown, as the kids would say, you're brown nosing. You're really sucking up. But listen, Drake Maye deserves it. So we're going to jump into it. We got a lot of graphs. We got a lot of stuff that you are going to love. So first and foremost, this graph is crazy. So the 30 best quarterback seasons on downfield throws, so 10 yards of air or more. This is back in from 1999. So we're not just talking in the past couple years. We're talking since 1999. So you see some crazy names in there. You see Tom Brady, Russell Wilson back when he was with the Seahawks, Aaron Rodgers back when he was with the Packers. You got, some of these names, Robert Griffin. You have Tony Romo, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Dak Prescott, your boy Alex Smith. Man, a lot of different people on this list. But all the way over here, the outlier, the unreal season, Drake Maye. And what I love here is the first comment is Sam Darnold also having an incredible season, and he says he is. Boom. It's almost like it's like the distance between, like, boom, you got like Pluto right here, and this is like the next closest planet. Pluto's just gone, baby, just doing work. Now, you might be wondering, okay, well, how is Sam Darnold doing? And we look at his stats right now, and you can see his completion percentage, just 68%, just over 68%, nothing crazy. 12 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, doesn't do much on the ground. But specifically, obviously, talking about the pass, not bad at all. Not bad at all. Then you jump into Drake Maye. Drake Maye, 75% completion percentage, touchdowns, 15 to 3 interceptions. And then obviously we're not even talking about the rushing over here, but 250, almost 5 yards a carry for 2 tutties is just crazy. And what's even crazier about this, guys and gals, is look down at how many times Sam Darnold has been sacked this year. That's 9 times. How many times has Drake Maye been sacked? 28. 28. Holy cow. Now listen, offensive line, they're holding on for dear life, especially against that last game against Myles Garrett. But they've had some good games. They've had some games where they've only given up 1. But for the most part, it's a bend don't break mentality. But that being said, this stat is so much more impressive knowing that Drake Maye has gotten sacked 28 times. He has been pressured, and there has been times he is on the move, out of the pocket, throwing on the run, and he is making, or just having the cojones to stay in the pocket and make a good throw. That, ladies and gentlemen, is good news in itself. And we're not even done talking about Drake Maye, but being able to stay in the pocket and make the throw, knowing this offensive line is not the best. So imagine this offensive line even more improved. Holy cow. Drake Maye playing out of his mind. Anytime you want to comment too, feel free to drop a comment. Would love to hear. Next up, completion percentage over expected by pass depth. So basically what you're looking at right here, top left corner, here's Drake Maye. Notice you look at all these line these line graphs, and a lot of them kind of look like snakes. A lot of them, as over time, they go down. So that's basically based on how far you're throwing it down the field. So simply put, the further downfield that Drake Maye throws, the more powerful he becomes. It's almost like he's like a Sith or like a Jedi or something. I don't know. But it's just crazy. So you look at and again, here's Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, again, having a good season, but we revert back to this. He's having a good season. Any other season, people would be like, gosh, Sam Darnold's playing is out of his ever-loving mind. But then Drake Maye says, hold my beer. He says, wait a second. So this is just crazy, the success that he is having. And a lot of people would argue, look at Daniel Jones resurrecting his career in Indianapolis. Doing great. What's crazy, you look at Jared Goff on a great Lions team with a lot of weapons. You look at as he throws deeper, not as ideal. And then, you just jump into, other quarterbacks, Geno Smith, CJ Stroud, all these other people. And it's just like, wow, it's kind of crazy. And then even Bo Nix, a lot of people are crazy about Bo Nix. He's just tried and true. Dylan Gabriel, downward spiral. Just crash and burn. So again, look at this from a lens where this man has gotten sacked 28 times. 28 times, and he's still able to do this. There's pressure around him, unreal. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of hard things to do in life, such as rocket science or tie your own shoes. On second thought, that's not too hard. But anyways, one of the easiest things you can do, and one of the easiest things I did, was team up with DraftKings. And I'm going to tell you what, we have a special offer for you. Super simple. New customers bet $5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get $300 in bonus bets if your bet wins. It's simple. Turn $5 into $300 in bonus bets. What is there not to love? And I'll tell you what, it's going to be worth it, and you're going to love it. And as I said, it's easy to do. So just download the DraftKings app and use code STP. Again, STP. Also, gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or please read the description below. I want to finish with two things on Drake Maye. The first is this. Cam Newton went on ESPN and absolutely dogged on him. And I love this stat. And it's sad because Drake Maye, he had his celebration when he had that rushing touchdown earlier in the year, his first one. And, he did the Cam Newton celebration, the Superman. And Cam Newton absolutely just dogged on him on national TV. And it's just not classy, not a classy move. But he said first 8 games with Josh McDaniels, Drake Maye, 170 for 226, just over 75% completion percentage, just over 2,000 passing yards, 15 tutties, 3 interceptions. And mind you, last year he played, 13 games? He only had 15 touchdowns through 8 games. We're not even halfway. And he already has hit 15. So then we jump into Cam Newton. Under 69% completion percentage, just over 1,500 yards, 3 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. That doesn't sound like the kind of person that should be talking. Again, did I play in the NFL? No. But again, I'm just making an observation. That's all. So that is all. Just had to say that. Just had to point that out. And last but not least, if we're starting off this episode talking the good news about the rookies and how they've been doing successful and how we had a good 2025 draft class. But what's even crazier, as we talk about Drake Maye, is this right here. If you would have told it, and this was put out by the NFL, MVP debates are officially starting. Maye VP sounds pretty sweet. But who you got? Most valuable player, Patrick Mahomes, Drake Maye, Josh Allen, Jonathan Taylor. I will tell you this right now. Drake Maye, as I said, should be the front runner for MVP right now based on his metrics. He is playing an unreal season. He is I respect the NFL for putting this out. A lot of people came, you can see Jalen Hurts, they threw other people out there. But again, it's still Drake Maye will still go out and continue to prove himself, but it is cool to see this. So again, I'm glad. As I said, I was gonna, as the term I told you was glaze. I was going to glaze Drake Maye, absolutely hype him up, and then drop the, hey, let's not forget this man is on track as of right now to an MVP season. We talked about even that the other day with all these different metrics that only 4 other players have done it: Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes. And then guess what? Drake Maye. Crazy. Second year. For those people who didn't believe, there's people earlier this season that were like, Drake Maye, nah. Believe in him. So comment below anything we talked about Drake Maye, but that's good news. That's the second part of the good news. That's a lot of great information right there that continues to support Drake Maye, what he's doing, and just also reiterate how crazy it is what he's doing, specifically the amount of times he's getting sacked, he's getting pressured, all these different things. The man is an absolute beast. So comment below. Tell me what you think. Last but not least, we're going to go into some moves the Patriots made. We talked about the other day. Duggar traded to the Steelers, as well Keon White traded to the 49ers. A big thing we talked about in the episode yesterday, if you didn't watch, was, are the Patriots going to go out and try to trade and make a home run move? Or are they going to try to hit a single, which is more like, we'll find someone and just sign them? And I think as of right now, this is going to sound, you might laugh at this, but I think right now they've almost it's almost like they've taken, they took ball 4 and they're walking to first base, which is fine. You want to be safe. There's still time before the end of the trade deadline, which is November 4th at 4 p.m. But I think they made some smart moves. Again, anyone who watches this show knows one of my favorite people who watches this show is Terrell Jennings' mom. Appreciate you. And her son, second year for the Patriots, getting elevated once again. He's a Florida A&M Rattler. He's had 20 rushes, 66 yards. Again, the opportunities he has had this year, he's taken advantage of them. I like that move. Trust what you know. That's all I'm going to say about that. Love that he's here. Love that his mom's here. And I hope all the best for him. Would love to see him get in the end zone. That would be awesome. And I think that's a possibility moving forward, specifically with the schedule the Patriots have, where it's as of right now, one of the easiest to the end of the season. So Terrell Jennings, they might say, listen, we're gonna give you a ton more opportunities because we are absolutely just demolishing teams. I would love to see him out there. Would love it. As well, D'Ernest Johnson picked up, thrown onto the practice squad. Again, you never be too careful. I think the great thing with Johnson is he also has experience returning kicks. So I think that is a plus for him. He also has obviously experience in the league. Rushing attempts just under 1,000 yards, some touchdowns, receptions out of the backfield. So there's some familiarity, and he's a veteran. He's played. So I think that's a smart move by the Patriots. As I said, I'm not going to jump into crazy detail there, but I think these are good moves by the Patriots. Again, what they're doing with Jennings, they trust him. Johnson, they see his experience, throw him on the practice squad just for a rainy day. And then as well, John Saunders Jr. picked up off the the Dolphins practice squad. That wouldn't make any sense, Aaron. Again, smart move. What I said the other day, Kyle Duggar being traded, they needed to figure out depth when it came to the safety position. They have Hawkins, Woodson, Pettis, Schooler, and then Saunders now. So Pettis will move up in the depth chart. Richie Grant as well. That was something we threw out yesterday. There was a potential he got elevated from the practice squad. But I like this move. Saunders, he was at originally Miami of Ohio, which imagine saying, yeah, I'm committed to Miami. And then there's a moment where you realize, oh, shoot, it's Miami of Ohio, not Miami, Florida. I wonder if that ever happens. Maybe. My cousin went to law school at Miami of Florida, so I kind of cheer for them sometimes, not really. But as well, he finished his career at Ole Miss, so a lot of experience there. And the big void he fills is, again, Duggar was more of a one-dimensional kind of safety, where we look at Zach Core as well as Terrell Williams. Hope he's getting better. And Mike Vrabel, in their style of defense, they need a more athletic, versatile type of safety. And Saunders brings that to the table, and that's great to have as a depth piece. Again, the Patriots had seen his film, had done their homework on him, and probably had just been sitting there waiting like, okay, we're going to move Duggar, and then we're going to snag him off the practice squad. So I'd like to see them making good decisions like this moving forward. I love it. It's a smart move. So as of right now, with the elevations of Jennings and then Saunders being added, the roster is full. It's full right now. But that doesn't mean they're still not going to make moves. They're not going to, as Vrabel always says, we're going to do what's best for us. We're going to do what's best for us and make this team better. So you never know. They might that home run might still be out there. You never know. So comment below. Tell me what you think. A lot of good news. As I said, a triple dose. We're talking rookies. Great. Drake Maye, great. Great moves by the Patriots in Jennings, Johnson, Saunders. Comment below. Tell me what the heck you think. What do you think of the hat? 20-minute episode today. Have mercy. Didn't plan on that. Dropping this in the morning. We'll see how it goes, but hope you guys like it. We'll talk later. Hit that sub button. Peace.